Yo, you guys, what is good, man? Welcome back to Real United Talk, where we talk about all matters Real Madrid and Man United. This is going to be a Real Talk episode, and today I'm going to be giving a post-game review for the Real Madrid Espanyol game, which we did win 2-0, and holy low block. Oh my God, Espanyol, what a disgusting low block. Not even disgusting, but just wow. Oh my God, like that game at some point was actually like kind of boring to watch just because the attacking talent in Real Madrid was kind of like shut out because of the low block and everything. Nobody in attack really had the greatest game, in my opinion, except for Mastantuono. I think Mastantuono had a decent game. I think that he was one of the more bright sparks in the game. I think Vinny was kind of shut out. Mbappe was kind of shut out, although he scored the goal. They had their chances here and there and everything, but golly, that was a tough watch to an extent, but it was still a win, and a win is a win. And yeah, we beat Espanyol, who until today they were unbeaten in La Liga. So that is an impressive victory from Real Madrid, and the win streak goes on. That's what, five in La Liga and six overall this season. Hey man, absolute cinema again, yet again, absolute cinema. It doesn't matter how we win, it matters that we win. But how we won today was impressive because oh my God, Edam Militao take a bow, man. What a goal. Again, Espanyol's low block, so we couldn't really do much in attack and all of that. But he passed the ball to Edam Militao. Nobody really came at him. The guy was like, it was just him and goal. And the guy said, you know what, I'm just going to take a shot. And the guy took that shot. And wow, what a goal. I did not expect that from him. Nobody expected him to shoot. Nobody is really stressed when a CB has the ball there. They don't really think that they're good to shoot. And if they shoot, it's even good that they shot. Like everybody wants a CB to shoot the ball, opponents that is. But yeah, what a beautiful goal from Edam Militao. And then Mbappe followed up with his own as well. Mbappe said, whatever you can do, I can do better. Mbappe's goal wasn't better, but it was a good goal as well. Just a nice little, kind of like bamboozled the keeper a bit. Bamboozled him just a bit. But yeah, the keeper was not getting there. And 2-0 to Real Madrid. It was a good win. Like I said, the attackers didn't really have the brightest game, maybe except for Mastantuono. I don't think anybody really had like the brightest game today. I'll say Chouameni, in my opinion, and Mastantuono. Those are the two guys that had like decent games. Eden Militao as well had a decent game. I saw that Xabi Alonso said that Raul Asensio had a good game. I didn't really watch 90 minutes of the game. I had some technical issues, Wi-Fi stuff like that. But I saw that Alonso said that Asensio had a good game, and then I saw some comments. I saw what Real Madrid fans were saying, and they were like, "No, he didn't really." And what I can say about that situation, I didn't watch 90 minutes again. But what I can say about that situation is, Espanyol didn't have a lot of chances. They had like one or two chances here and there, so it's not really like a CB in that situation is not really going to have a bad game. Like, how can you have a bad game when like you're not even conceding chances? But what I would say again is that there was this play where the player was not even close to goal. He was running towards the corner flag, and then Asensio kind of like just fouled him for no reason whatsoever, and then give them a free kick. And those are the type of rash tackles that we don't want to be seeing. Those are the type of rash tackles that Real Madrid fans are afraid of right now, and why we don't fully trust Asensio. I like Asensio. I liked him in the past, that is, because like last season when he came into his own, like he actually looked really good. He really came clutch for us. Like, his distribution was good. Yes, it was a bit rash still, but like, we needed that aggression in centre back, and he gave us that. So I like Kuala Asensio, but I just think that I can't really trust him right now. I can't look at him, watch him play, and like trust him. I always feel like he has that rashness in him. Like I just imagine like a game like Barcelona or a Champions League game where like we're doing well, everything is going fine, and all of a sudden a foul from Asensio. Like I just imagine something like that, and that's scary. That's scary to think about. But yeah, I like him. I hope that it works out for him. I don't hope that he doesn't do well and never gets a game. I hope that he does take this opportunity. Rudiger is out. Hoyson got a red card, so he has a few opportunities here and there. I hope that he takes it and just at least regains the trust of the fans and Alonso himself. Maybe he's regaining the trust of Alonso so far, but hopefully just regains the trust of the fans, because I feel like all the fans have kind of like turned their back on him. I'm lucky one of them, not necessarily turning my back on him, but just like thinking that maybe now is not the time for Raul Asensio. We need something better. But yeah, I mean, if Xabi Alonso said he has a good game, then good for him, man. But yeah, It was a slow game in the office, was a slow day in the office. And a player I have to talk about in this department is Vinny Jr. And the reason why I have to talk about that is because, like I said, Espanyol played a low block, so it is kind of hard for like your explosive attackers to actually get something out of the game, like actually be impressive all game and everything. But Mbappe, as much as he had chances here and there, did not have like the greatest game compared to his standards this season, right? And I'm looking at this type of games and I'm thinking that Vinny really needs to take opportunity of this type of games. He really needs to take the opportunity because right now, Mbappe is clearly the man. Mbappe is clearly the man. And Alonso has already come out to the media and said that that left wing is open, meaning that nobody owns it right now. So Vinny does not own it. And honestly, for good reason, because he hasn't been on it, man. Like, he hasn't been on it. And I said this thing on my Twitter during the game. I said, I can't remember the last time that I saw Vinny, like, full on take on his man and beat him, like, full on, like, beat a man. I can't remember the last time I saw that, honestly. I don't know, he just lacks confidence now, and there's almost a hesitation from Vinny to take on people. I've made too many episodes to even get too deep into it, but I've already talked about the whole Vinny and Mbappe partnership. I've already talked about the fact that Mbappe is not really a natural striker, so Vinny cannot really do his whole touchline thing to can create for him for the touchline and everything. I've already said that. So with that, yeah, there's a hesitation from Vinny to do skills that make him end up on the touchline. I've said this as well in the past that, like, nowadays, because he can't really create for Mbappe in that sense, he gets the touchline and he has to like pass back because like nobody's really in the box and everything. Like, he can't really do anything when he gets to the touchline. It almost looks unproductive when he gets to the touchline, right? So I feel like there's a hesitation from Vinny to go to the touchline, which is why he's always trying to cut inside nowadays. Obviously, in his best times and everything, he always used to cut inside. He's a right footer playing left wing. At the end of the day, that's what he would do. But nowadays, he's more predictable. It's almost as if, like, for sure, Vini is going to cut inside and he's never going to do something productive. He's just probably going to pass the ball back if Mbappe drops deeper, or I don't know. He just doesn't do things that productive. Like, I'm talking about a man that's made someone cry. Remember that Girona game in 2024 season? This guy literally made Yankuto cry. No, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this guy was literally crying. If you watch that game, you know what I'm talking about. This guy was literally crying because Vinny was cooking him all game. I think it was when he now scored the other goal that he was just like, God, what am I even doing in this game? Bro, Vinny made a man cry. That's the Vinny that we're talking about now that cannot beat a man. He can't beat a man. And there's a hesitation to go to the touchline because of the whole Vin Mbappe partnership. Like, there's a hesitation to get to the touchline. And I understand it because it's not really productive to go to the touchline anymore now that you can't really create for the nine and everything. But I do think that he just needs to find something else that works for him. Guys, I don't want Vinny to struggle, man. Vinny is one of my favorite players in Madrid, if not my favorite. And I can't go from a player who had the potential to win the Ballon d'Or to a player who I want out of the club. Or, like, do you get what I mean? Like, I can't have that. Like, I don't want Vinny out of the club for whatever reason. Whatever reason, I don't want Vinny out of the club. I want Vinny to stay here and prove himself. But I don't know, it's just not working out for him, man. It's just not working out. And nowadays, Mbappe is the man. Mbappe, the way he's playing this season is scary, and nobody can really say, oh, make it work for Vinny as well. Like, nobody can really say that, honestly. And the way Mbappe is playing this season as well is more selfless. I can't even say that, oh my God, like, he's hindering Vinny, he's hindering other players. Mbappe is not hindering anybody this season. Yes, his profile doesn't complement Vinny's, but he's not hindering Vinny like by his own play. So I think that Vinny does need to step up his game. I think that he does need to adapt his game to Mbappe. Maybe do more individual things. Get better in your decision making. Get better in your decision making. I feel like Vinny, his decision making since Mbappe has joined has just been off. Like, he doesn't know whether to pass to Mbappe or to shoot or to dribble, go to the touchline, pass back. He doesn't know. Watch Vinny and you see what I'm talking about. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do with the ball when he gets it. All he thinks about is just, where is Mbappe? Is Mbappe next to me? Okay, I'll just give the ball to Mbappe. Look at the assist for Mbappe today. Literally ran all the way to the box or around the box and then just passed the ball to Mbappe, and Mbappe shot from outside the box. Like, on a normal day, that would just look like something unproductive just because Mbappe was able to get a shot out of it. But on a normal day, that looks like something that is unproductive. That just looks like another failed Vinny moment. And that's what I'm saying so far. Obviously, he had a few chances here and there today, and he did create a beautiful chance for Mbappe, which Mbappe should have buried. I understand why he didn't bury it. It was kind of bubbly and everything, but in the form that he's in right now, anything like that is food. But yeah, Vinny had a few moments here and there. One which I don't think that obviously you can't really fault him for not scoring, the one from outside the box in the 70th minute or something like that. But the other one, I would say that Vinny wasn't switched on enough in that play. The one that hit the bar. It was a deflection. He hit the bar when Vinny shot. I don't think that he was switched on enough. I think that if he was switched on enough, he would have actually clocked onto the ball. Even a split second sooner, that would have made the angle better for him. I think that he was too switched off in that play. Obviously, there was a lot going on in the box at that moment, but I think that he was too switched off in that play to actually like clock onto the ball in time for it to actually be in a good position for him to finish. He did hit the bar. It was a decent chance, but I do think that if he was a bit more switched on in that play, just a bit more switched on, it would have worked out for him. But yeah, it didn't really work out for him in this game. And this is just another game where I'm left a bit disappointed. Like I said, nobody really had a crazy game in attack. So I won't really fault Vinny. But what I would say is that he does have to take an opportunity in these games. When Mbappe is silent, when Mbappe is not really like doing his Mbappe thing, I do think that Vinny just needs to take that opportunity and just be like, I may not always steal the show. I may not always be the main man, but just know that if this guy is down and out and I'm here, kind of thing. Just always pick up the slack when Mbappe is not really doing his thing. It has been very difficult today, given the low block that we have to face and everything. But I do think that he does need to take opportunities with this whole when Mbappe is not really playing well and everything. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, we saw a few things from Alonso today, and one of the major things that we saw was a change in formation, the 4-4-2 formation, and with that, Gonzalo Garcia got his first start of the season, and it was a very, very silent day in the office for Gonzalo Garcia. I don't even think that he had a chance on goal. I don't remember him being too involved in this game. Honestly, I may be wrong. Maybe I think he got subbed off in the 60th minute or something like that. I saw that he wasn't really happy when he got subbed out and everything, but like the game was very silent from him. Now I'm not going to judge him on this. Like I said, no attacker really had a good game today, so I'm not going to judge him on this. But like this game is not going to make Xabi Alonso start him in the next game or do anything to make sure that he plays in the next game, kind of thing. But at the same time, you can't really fault him. It's his first start of the season and you just throw him against a low block and everything. Maybe that's even why he started, so that they can cross the ball to him and everything. Maybe that was what Xabi Alonso was thinking. Maybe the formation change was because of the low block. Who knows, right? But it was a silent day in the office for Gonzalo Garcia, which is I want to see him shine. Like I actually want, like when he plays, when he's on the pitch, I want to see him take the opportunity and everything. But I can't really fault any attacker for not really being on their ones today. And finally, we saw Bellingham and Camavinga make the return from injury. And Alonso said something interesting. He said that Adagula and Bellingham can play together. They're not competing for the same position, that they can play together, that they have a good relationship. And that's what I said, right? Like I said that Bellingham and Adagula can play together. You don't have to bench one for the other. I feel like the balance that we have right now in the team, I feel like Alonso built that. He likes it, so he's not really going to alter it for anything, right? Even Bellingham. So I think that he's going to look to dropping Bellingham to a deeper role. I didn't really see his cameo today. It was an 89th-minute cameo. By that time, I wasn't really watching the game anymore. I didn't really see his cameo today, but I do think that there's a plan for Bellingham to play alongside Adagula, not bench Adagula. And I'm excited to see that. We saw Kamavinga also come on as well. It's nice to see him coming back from injury as well. It's nice to see both of them come back from injury. I want to see what Alonso's plans are for them. I already made the whole episode talking about it, so you can go tune into the episode. But yeah, I actually want to see what Alonso does with Bellingham and what he does with Kamavinga this season. But yeah, the formation change was actually kind of interesting from Alonso just because, like, since he came, he has just been trying different things. He's tried this three at the back that he used to use at Leverkusen. Then he's did the 4-3-3. Now he's doing the 4-2-3-1. And now he did the 4-4-2. It's nice to know that manager is dynamic. It's nice to know that he can adapt to different situations. It's nice to know that we can go into this game with this 4-4-2 and go into this other game with this 4-2-3-1 and go into this other game with a 4-3-3, even go into a game potentially with a 3 at the back. Like, it's just nice to know that we have multiple solutions to multiple problems that might build up during the season. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that he's not one-dimensional. So yeah, I like to see that from Xabi Alonso. Honestly, I like to see the dynamism in his managerial whatever. Like I like to see how we can just switch up formations, switch things up. And yeah, it's nice to see. But it wasn't the most exciting game, like I said. Like I've said it multiple times, not the most exciting game, but like, we got the job done. We went against a low block and we got the job done. We went against a team that has not lost in La Liga this season and we got the job done. That's the most important thing. Right now, we're trying to be winners. As per I want to win La Liga. We're not playing about with La Liga this season. We're 5-5. We're not playing about. So is to win. It's not always to be the most impressive team on the planet. It's to win games, and that's what we're doing right now. We are winning games, which is the most important thing. I love what I'm saying for Madrid so far. I like the fact that, like, it looks as if no matter the challenge in front of us, like, we're going to face it. Now, we haven't really played difficult teams. No offense to the teams that have played. Espanyol is probably maybe the most difficult given that form, given the fact that, like, they haven't lost the game in La Liga. But we haven't really played difficult teams this season, right? And we have Atletico coming up at some point, and that's going to be like one of the first tests. I know Atletico are not really on it this season, but like Atletico is Atletico Madrid, so that's our first big test, like going against Simeone's low block, going against Simeone's haram football. How are we going to do against them? Are we going to do well? Are we going to be better than we did last season? Who knows? We have to wait and see. But what I've seen so far, I think that obviously we would better than what we saw last season. I think that we would actually play well against Atletico. I think that we can win those games. I don't see Atletico as the threat I saw them as last season. But yeah, we have those games coming up. But like, let's see how we play in big games. Like, this is all nice and good when we're playing against like smaller teams. Let's see how we do in big games. That's what I want to see. That's honestly what I want to see before I start saying, oh, Real Madrid are the La Liga clear favorites. Real Madrid is going to win Champions League, stuff like that. I just need to see how we perform on against big teams. I want to see how players hold themselves up. I want to see how if Mbappe is still Mbappe when we play Barcelona or when we play Atletico. You get what I mean? I want to see that. So let's see that. But yeah, good game for Real Madrid. Good win. Just another day in the office. Points in the bag. 15 points in La Liga right now. And we're going to keep going. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about today's game? What do you think about Vini? What do you think that Vini can do to revive his Real Madrid career? And with that comes the end of this episode. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and stay consistent, keep on pushing out episodes, and I just hope to see you guys again next time. Safe.